Hi everyone, it's Tremia and it's Monday, and wasn't planning on this video, but it's a follow-up to my video on Prednisone, and since I made that video I've been having trouble. You know, I've been going down on my Prednisone, tapering down off of it, you know, and last year I say there was 5 times that I had high-dose IV steroids, and that's not including my stem cell transplant, which, you know, steroids is used during that. So last year, you know, my daily amount of steroid, no telling what it averaged out to be. I got makeup in my hand. And so, you know, I've been coming down, and, you know, usually you do 1 milligram every 4 to 6 weeks. And you really have to watch your tapering, and it's individualized based upon how you feel, because you can't do it too quickly because you can cause yourself problems. And I have adrenal insufficiency, so that just really adds to how much we have to be careful and watch what I'm going through when I do this. And so when I went septic back in October, it knocked my daily dose back up from 12 milligrams to 20. And so 1 milligram a month, that's saying that you can do it in 4 weeks. That's 20 months before I can taper off of it, which, you know, that's just the way it is. But then I started thinking, I'm always thinking, and on my IVIG, which I have to do every 28 days, they give me, I believe it's either 60 or 100 milligrams of Medrol, and before I do my IVIG. And I thought, well, on those days that I get that shot is the day that I ought to start taper down, because then I'm kind of covered and it won't make the tapering so hard. Because when you taper down, the things that happen to you, you can get antsy. I mean, you actually go through it's withdrawals from the steroid. You get antsy, just uncomfortable in your own skin. You can get irate, you know, have the mood swings are definite. Plus you also have rebound pain, which is a big issue with lupus patients because we already have pain, and so that adding to it, it's like, ugh, you know, it's just, it can be excruciating. And so we started doing that, tapering down the day that I actually got the extra injection of steroid, and it was like a piece of cake, you know, going down. So then I got the bright idea, well, I'll go down 2 milligrams each time, and it was a little bit harder but doable. And I made it down to the 12 milligrams, and this 12 milligrams was just this last month. No, within the last 6 weeks or whatever. And that was like hitting a brick wall. It was just like, I didn't know how to handle it. And so, like if I started having signs of adrenal crisis, which is severe weakness, I mean, you can't even talk. You're so weak, you think you're talking, but nothing's coming out. I can keep my eyes open, but, you know, you can't lift an arm, you can't move. And I'll think in my head, well, like, I moved, and then I realize I'm still laying down. And, you know, and that's why you can have death from it, because it goes so bad to where you can't even medicate yourself. So with me being home most of the time by myself, you know, it's something that we really have to take seriously and watch, because if Dwayne's not here, I have nobody to help me. Buddy would do anything for me, but he has no opposable thumbs, and he can't go grab my pill bottle and get me the extra steroid or give me the shot. The shot's the best and the quickest route, because it doesn't have to dissolve in your stomach and take 20 to 30 minutes to get in your bloodstream. It just goes in automatically. So I was having trouble with the 12, and it really wasn't adrenal crisis pain, it was the rebound pain. And I mean, I was hurting badly. And it's just like, on some days would give me an extra milligram or two just to try to get the relief and then hope the relief stayed. But the rebound pain would jump right back. Then we started the Rituxan. And after that first dose, it was like I was sicker than a dog from the Rituxan, but it took away the pain. And so that was a good thing. So I made it through the 12 milligram, and then I made it down to the 10 milligram when I had my last IVIG, which was 2 weeks ago. And I'm selling along because I had the IVIG, then the next week I had Rituxan, and again they gave me another shot of Solucortef or Solumedrol. I think it's Solucortef that they give me on the Rituxan, and it's 100 milligrams. And so, like, I'm selling along. Friday night, I started noticing something's wrong, and it's like, what is it? Because, you know, also I'm trying to taper down on other medications. So here's, you know, trying to figure out what's going on. Do I need to take more of this? Do I need to do that? You know, I don't think it's this. I don't think it's that. And I was, you know, I was taking more of the other medications and not getting any relief. And it just kept on slowly, just slowly getting worse. And then and you know, I told you that I had that episode of, it's more than twitching, you know, because, like, you know, it's like that, and my leg would kick out. I thought I was going to kick my hip out of joint. My leg was jerking so bad and kicking so bad. And so, you know, I went through that, and it was kind of weak from that. But over the weekend, it just kept on getting worse. And then yesterday, I knew that, you know, you have that feeling that you're going downhill, and it's heading you straight to the hospital. And I had that feeling. And also my breathing was getting worse, and it just felt like somebody was just like keeping me from breathing just like this. And I know I have extra weight around here, but even like when I had set up, I couldn't breathe. I did my nebulizer and my inhalers, and it helped, but not significantly. And I lay down, and it was horrible. The only relief I could get was laying down and laying on my right side. And then finally I started noticing the weakness coming on, and I said, Dwayne, I need more prednisone. And I said, you know, we got to take this and see if it works, because this is about 10 o'clock last night, and I was afraid either I wasn't going to wake up in the morning, or we were going to end up in the ER during the middle of the night. So I took 5 milligrams last night, and I thought, great, you know, I'm not going to sleep. But I did sleep well, and I woke up feeling more well. And so today, instead of doing 10 milligrams, I'm doing 20 milligrams of prednisone. Tomorrow, 15, and then the next 2 days, 12.5, 12.5. And I'll just see if I'm going to stick at 12 for longer or try to do the 10. The one thing you can't do is rush your body and steroids trying to taper off, because if you do, you're going to get yourself in trouble, and that's what I was doing last night. I had myself in trouble, and there's no need for me. I'm not in any rush for anything in particular. You know, I wanna be off of steroids, but you know, no rush. It's not worth it, because when you start thinking you're going to be in the hospital, or even worse, that's how I was feeling. It's not worth it. So if I need to be on 12 milligrams, you know, for longer, and let my body adjust to that, and then start going down again, that's fine with me. So be careful with your steroids and what you do. Don't try to be a superhero, because it's not worth it. It is hot and muggy out here today. It's only like 7:30, and it is a swamp. So I'm gonna head inside. I'll see you guys in the next video.